This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Okay, so, these are all pretty good, and I think sometimes you can first pick them. They help you splash, obviously. The only kind of awkward thing about these duels is if you're using them to splash, it's going to be harder for you to actually animate it. So, keep that in mind. I really like Shrouded Shepherd. Like, it's a great 2-drop, and the times where the Cleave Shadow side is good, it feels like a completely absurd card. Feels almost like you're casting Fear Fire Foes from Lord of the Rings, and then it's attached to a creature. I think it's probably what we take. The tap deck really hasn't panned out, which isn't too much of a surprise. So I'm not that into Ice Rot Sentry. The rest of this pack doesn't really have anything that good. So we're just going to take the Shepherd. It is good to pick up Fixing. Wow, Goose Mother got passed. That seems weird. It is good to pick up Fixing in this format too, because you end up splashing off-color adventures all the time. Yeah, but we're taking the Goose Mother here. I mean, it's a completely absurd card. I don't know what could possibly have been in this pack that you would take over the Goose Mother, but I'm happy to take it. Thank you for the sub, Wheat Thin. Okay. I like Johan's Stopgap a fair bit. Fairy Fencing is definitely the best card in this pack. Feed the Cauldron's been better than I expected it to be. But yeah, I think we take Stopgap. I mean, we have the Goose Mother. I think we try pretty hard for Stopgap here. So, I mean, to play the Goose Mother, that is. She's, absurdly strong, so. Dang. Strong pack. So, Two-Headed Hunter is one of the best uncommons in the set. Chancellor of Tales hasn't been quite as good as I expected, but it's still a pretty insane engine in the right deck. We're going to take Red Tooth Vanguard, I think. It's a great 2-drop. Pack one, if this was a pick where I didn't already have any cards, I would take Two-Headed Hunter for sure, just because it's real easy to get a double, to get a 2-for-1 with it, and then, both sides have pretty amazing upside. You can just one-shot people sometimes with the double strike side, and then a 5-4 Menace is relevant, all game long. But, I want to play the Goose Mother, frankly, and Red Tooth Vanguard is quite good, so, 2-mana 3-1 Trampler, it really likes the rolls, but then it's also, well, it likes rolls to be put into play, and it likes to wear them too. So I think we take another one here. Wilds is worth a look. Like I was saying, I mean, I think in most decks in this format, you end up splashing a third color, like most good decks anyway, just to, play off-color adventures and stuff like that. But yeah, Red Tooth Vanguard number 2 is what we pick up here. Okay. Kind of an underwhelming pack for everyone. Yeah. So we could think about ramp / fixing, which I don't hate. Doing that with the Goose Mother makes some sense. Witch Stalker is it's been a little better as a 2-drop than I expected. It's not going to be that good probably in our deck though. And Beanstalk Worm's okay. All these green cards are okay, but which one do I want is the question. I think I'm leaning towards Return. Gives us some fixing, So Brave the Wilds is definitely the better fixing, though, if we're going to be doing this. And I like it a lot more than Return because it can add to the board, too. And, it doesn't ramp you, but it grabs you whatever mana you need. It makes it really easy for you to play off-color adventures and stuff like that. And it's been good. It's been good. We'll take Spell Stutter here. I don't really want either of these cards. Spell Stutter's okay. Blue doesn't seem super open. It may turn out that blue is a splash color. That's the good news about taking Brave the Wilds and Return from the Wilds is we can just splash the Goose Mother in maybe a green-white deck, I guess. Who knows? Thank you for the sub, Tomatone. So, I don't hate Ice Rot Sentry. I mean, it's an okay card on its own, and it's probably what I take here. The Prism's another card that can fix for you, but if you're in green, generally, like, Brave the Wilds is better. We'll take the Sentry here. This is some more mediocre fixing, but I'm way more likely... I mean, the only thing about taking the Admirer is it cuts green entirely, but, like, it's not that good. So I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna pass it. Another Spell Stutter. I kind of doubt we end up playing them, but, you know. Okay, I mean, blue suddenly looks pretty open. I mean, these are both very playable blue cards. We'll take the Moats. I think I like Verdant Outrider a little bit more. Yeah, blue is often open, you know, because it is probably the weakest color, but if it's open, it's kind of worth going after. Man, Thunderous Debut always shows up for me, but I've come really gotten a lot lower on it lately. For one thing, it's not good with the Goose Mother, because you can't pay any mana for it. But, yeah, it's like a build around C, and I thought it was like an A-. I thought there was enough ramp in the set that, like, red-green and blue-green would just always play it, and it just hasn't panned out that way. So it's like an okay card in, like, a really good ramp deck, but probably not even great is kind of how it's panned out. The other green cards in the pack aren't particularly good. I mean, these two are fine. You know, we could consider abandoning blue, and there are, you know, High Fae Negotiator and Two-Headed Hunter both have me kind of interested. I'm thinking I might do it. The Hunter's good enough that I think I'm going to take it here, and we'll see what happens. I mean, our blue cards just, frankly, aren't that great. They're fine. But, you know, if I could go a different route, I might. So how are we doing on adventures? Not that good right now, I don't think. Nope. So Chancellor of Tales right now isn't that good in our deck. It could get better. One copy of Into the Fey Court has sort of become a requirement in most blue decks. Curse of the Werefox is a nice removal spell. Sir Armont is something we could look at if we, you know, maybe we're going to be green-white. Redcap Thief is pretty nice. You know, it helps us splash if we're going to be red-green. You know, it helps us splash the Goose Mother on top of our other stuff. I think it's probably what I'm going to take in the end. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling being red-green. Okay, well, now we have an Imidane's Recruiter, which isn't going to be insane in our deck. We're not that good at going wide and stuff, but it's going to be pretty good in our deck regardless. It's good in every deck. It might be the best uncommon in the set. Like, the base card is really good, and, you know, the adventure side's nice, too. So, yeah, we're going to take Imidane's Recruiter here. I wouldn't mind a Bolt or a Genealogist, but Recruiter it is. Up the beanstalk. How are we doing on that sort of thing? Not that well, so I don't think we take it. I do like Werefox plenty, so it's what I'm going to take here. We're good on fixing to splash the Goose Mother already, so I don't need to be grabbing prisms or anything. Okay. Could grab a prism here. I mean, it is interesting. These are two really good... Well, this is a really good black card. This is a nice one. I don't like Bespoke Battle Garb at all. Dragon Mantle's okay. I mean, it replaces itself. I'm probably going to go with it. If we don't have a bunch of bargain, and right now we don't really have any... I guess we have Brave the Wilds. It's not that good, but I think it's better than the other options here for us. Like, I could take a black card, but right now red and green both look so good for us that I don't think I'm going to do that. I mean, it's not super open from this side, obviously, but we're getting playable cards, so I think I can live with it. Okay, another Brave the Wilds. Once we have a couple of those, things start to get a little interesting when it comes to going multicolored. Skewer Slinger in a more defensive deck is pretty darn good, and our deck could go that right. I mean, we kind of look like we're going to have a pretty good early game and a good late game at this point. I think I'm just going to grab Brave the Wilds. It does make our Dragon Mantle better, but, like, that card has been pretty good overall. Yeah, another Outrider. I kind of doubt we're playing 3 of these, but I don't really want anything else, so... Thank you for the sub, Marmarstar. All right, we'll take a Skewer Slinger now. I don't think we're going to end up playing this. Like, you know, right now we're not in either of its colors. Now, Sir Armont is a little more interesting. We might think about playing her. But maybe we're just supposed to take Flick a Coin, huh? More fixing. You know, yeah, we should probably take it. I mean, Armont is strong, but Flick a Coin has been pretty good, too. Okay, so nobody wants fixing, huh? I feel like I have enough that I don't need to take Evolving Wilds. I'm just going to take a Genealogist. I mean, if I really thought I was going to try to splash multiple colors, then maybe. But right now, I don't think we are. Okay, Root Rider Fawn's good. I think I like it for our deck more than Edgewall Pack. Yep. We will take the Fawn here. It's pretty great because it lets us just, you know, free roll, like, without running a single Plains in our deck, we might just find ourselves able to do the Imidane's Recruiter adventure. This pack's strong. I think Godric probably is better than Two-Headed Hunter, but it's pretty darn close. If our deck was... I mean, I think the ceiling's higher on Godric, but they're both really, really good. Wouldn't hate a cut in either. I think we're supposed to take Godric, but it's close. Man. Okay. I don't, you know, the two cards in our colors here are both bad. Something here that we could think about splashing. I mean, not really. Nothing in this pack interests me. Might just be, since we're not going to get anything that we're going to play out of this pack, it might just be wise to cut red or green. I mean, it's a little late to be cutting, but, you know, I think that's what we do with that pick because there's not anything else to do. Okay, so Charming Scoundrel is a great 2-drop. We're definitely becoming more aggressive here late, which I don't think is a bad thing necessarily. That's more fixing, too, so we're, like, set. Like, playing the Goose Mother is going to be easy, even. Alright, so we've moved into a more aggressive build. I'm interested in the Rage. How many auras do we have? So, I mean, we've got the Mantle. We don't have that many other cards that make rolls right now. So, I don't think we take the Lookout. Yeah, we don't. We have like 2 cards that make rolls. It's not really enough. And Monstrous Rage is just such a good trick that I think it's what we want. Ooh. Take a Minecart Daredevil too. So yeah, Brave the Wilds. We've already got 2, so... Yeah, 4 rolls isn't enough either. Like, you... Yeah. I mean, if it was 4 rolls and we were on, like, our second pick or whatever, our second pack, then maybe I would have taken it. We're not going to need to run Scarecrow Guide. We have better fixing than that. Bunch of treasure. We're going to run 1 island for Brave the Wilds to find. And Return from the Wilds. I may not even run Return from the Wilds, honestly. I guess we'll see. We've got multiple cards that make treasure. Alright. Ratcatcher Trainee it is. Wow. We got 3 Red Tooth Vanguards. Yeah, I guess we turned very aggressive this last pack, really. I mean, we always kind of had the potential, but like starting with Godric and then everything else we took in this pack, it was like, yeah, you're playing aggro. And I said, okay. I don't think we run a Plains. Like, I think it distorts our mana base too much. Like, we could run 1, but I think we're just going to count on playing... the Recruiter's white side with treasure or our Root Rider Fawn or whatever. So... Okay. That draft went pretty well, I think, overall. That last pack really, I think, made us into a fairly good, cohesive deck. Got some powerful stuff between Godric and the Goose Mother. Yeah. So probably just cut a Verdant Outrider. I mean, I have played with the Outrider several times. It's okay. I definitely don't want 3. But I think we really only need to run 16 lands, incidentally, with 2 Brave the Wilds. It might make things a little sketchy in the early game, but... Yeah, I mean, because we bounced around a little bit, we don't actually have as deep a number of playables as you would usually think. I'm wondering whether we want to play Commune. Like, cut an Outrider and put in a Commune. Because we do want to find some of our cards, but... I mean, honestly, Scarecrow Guide is probably a little better than third Outrider. So that, I think we do. And then I may cut another one and put in Commune. Commune is bad. You know, this is a situation where our last playable is probably a D-level card. Just because we spent a lot of picks on blue cards. And then ended up not playing blue. So, you know, it happens. I think it was well worth doing what we did because our deck ended up being really good. But we are going to have, like, our 24th card is going to be medium. Like... Prophetic Prism or Commune. We have way better combat tricks. Kindled Heroism is just... I would rather have a Verdant Outrider, for sure. You know, we have 3 combat tricks attached to adventure creatures plus Monstrous Rage. I don't think that means we're supposed to do that. I think Commune is probably going to be better. Just because our card quality is so high, like fought among our creatures, like finding Godric or the Goose Mother or Two-Headed Hunter, like all 3 of those can really swing games. And yeah, so one awkward thing about doing our mana this way, incidentally, is we do have a bunch of red 2-drops, and we're only going to run 7 mountains. So that could get a little awkward, but we do have... We need more forests because Brave the Wilds is like our best fixing. And we also have 4 green 2-drops. So I think I'd probably leave it this way, but I guess we'll see. I think we cut one more Outrider and we have to decide what we want to put in. So Season of Growth is sort of interesting because we have Two-Headed Hunter... Ferocious Werefox, Monstrous Rage, Minecart Daredevil. In a pinch, we could target our own thing with Flick a Coin, you know, if it doesn't die. That's probably not quite enough, but it is interesting. I'm sort of leaning towards Commune being our 40th card. I wish it lets you grab lands. Yeah, Heroism, you know, as cheap as it is, doesn't give a big enough boost, and it doesn't help against removal at all. So yeah. I mean, is Prism just a better, like, 40th card than Commune? That is the question. They're both pretty medium in our deck. Prism does make our mana slightly better, and I am a little worried about our mana, so maybe I'm just supposed to do that. Yeah, let's do it. It'd be better if I had more bargain around, but I think this is fine. Dragon Mantle on our 3/1 Trampler is pretty sweet. It's good. You know, it's also cheap, easy to get back our Trampler, but also, you know, fire breathing on a 3/1 Trampler is kind of funny. Okay, yeah, this is a keeper. You know, even if the Scarecrow guy does die, we're likely, you know, to find fixing to play this. And we can play most of the things in our hand already, so I'm not too broken up about it. This could be a situation... I wonder if I'm supposed to play turn 2 Scarecrow Guide and then just 3 mana the Goose Mother. It's not a terrible plan. Alright, we got red mana at least. Because 3 mana Goose Mother gives me a 3/3 flyer that makes a food, and then if they don't kill it, I attack on the next turn and draw a card. I mean, I could play Vanguard, which can just, you know, rumble pretty effectively on its own. But I think we're going to run out the guide. Like, 3-mana Goose Mother, obviously, you know, it's not as insane as a late-game Goose Mother, but it's pretty darn good. Of course, if they kill our Scarecrow guide, then we're just going to run out Verdant Outrider, but... yeah, it does, because it rounds up. Half X rounded up, and half of one is half, and then it gets rounded up. It's not Hydroid Crassus, you know. It's probably worse in most ways, but that is one way where it isn't. You get something even when you only spend 1 on X. Its stats are better, too, than the Crassus, but obviously the Crassus has a a cast trigger. Okay, so they're going to kill our guide. That's pretty legit, actually. Makes me a little sad. Just a little sad. My favorite decks in this format so far, you know, and I don't know if I don't think I've streamed one yet that was like this, but I'm like a base green deck, splashing 2 colors, like, pretty deep. Okay. What do we want to do here? Genealogist doesn't really do anything. So... yeah, I mean, you know, we have the late game Goose Mother plan, that's true. I mean, I think we attack with Verdant Outrider, offer up that trade. Certainly not heartbroken if they take, yeah. Then we'll play our Vanguard. So if they kill our Vanguard here, well, the Genealogist needs something to put its Royal Roll token on, unfortunately. So if they did kill it, it wouldn't really... I can't get it back that easily. If I had another creature, I could. Nice. Oh, hello. Okay. Well, let's play our own Genealogist here. So yeah, it'll get up to 3 toughness if I Monstrous Rage. And I think we do. Because it gets an additional... oh, no, it won't. It'll still only be a 4-2. Yeah. So we'll just let it die. We'll use Monstrous Rage later to get it back. This Troublemaker oof really has been a troublemaker, hasn't it? They're stumbling on mana, and we haven't done that much to take advantage of it, sadly. Doesn't help that we've drawn a lot of lands, even in our 16-land deck. Yeah, so we attack here. I think I probably use Monstrous Rage no matter what. I hope they block. But we're going to use Rage no matter what because it lets us get back our Vanguard. Plus it makes our Genealogist a 3-4 permanently. So... uh-oh. we ever draw blue mana, I kind of think we're golden, but if we don't, you know, there's a good chance they can overwhelm us still. Just because they have, you know, they have card advantage right now in a big way. That's, you know, the upside of not drawing any lands for them. Like, and they haven't suffered that much from the downside, which is, you know, that you could get run over before you find your mana or whatever, but that's not how it's gone. Okay, I mean, I think we block the oof here. I'm just not going to win a race, sadly, so... Leaping ambush. Yeah, that's not heartbreaking. Oh my god. Well, we've had opposite problems, and I always say, you know, being flooded is usually better because you can at least play anything you draw, but it hasn't felt like it in this game. Yeah, we have like 5 cards that could give us blue mana. We just need to find one of them. Oh, Lord. I mean, it means they have a trick, but I really can't afford to just take 8 right now. So, I'm going to block this. Because at least then this will die if it's the +2/+2 trick. Yeah. Island off the top would be sweet. I don't know if it's going to happen. Okay. Well, it didn't quite happen, but I think... Is a human better than a food right now? Yeah, it is. All 3 would have been great, yeah. We're going to have to find a way this next turn. Like, we have to leave up mana so we can sack a food. Or we're still going to die. So, yeah, return your vigil. Yeah, we might be dead no matter what. Just because they're going to have gone wide enough. They're going to have 2 knights, a 3/2, a 3/1, a 2/2. God, that's miserable. If, you know, yeah. Is there any way for us not to die? So if I pay 3 for X, 4, that's 5 mana, I have 8 mana. I still can only sack 1 food, which only gets us to 5. If I pay 2... If I pay 2, I get 2 foods that I'll be able to sacrifice. Wait, that's not right. I have to pay at least 3 to get 2 food. Because it's... Create half X food tokens, rounded up. Well, we're just going to cast it for the full value, just because I want to cast this at least once during this draft. Yeah! Look at that! Alright. Yeah, we got it too late. We just, you know... They stumbled on mana and we couldn't draw things that added to the board to save our lives. Yeah, we had to draw the island on that previous turn to have a shot. My streaming luck has not been good lately. Okay, I like the looks of this one. All our mana. Root Rider Fawn on turn 2 means we can play a 4/4 on turn 3, a 4/4 Goose Mother. Hatching Plans is pretty sweet. I think we try to go for Goose Mother on turn 3. I mean, I guess we don't have to. We could just wait till the late game and just play out Red Tooth Vanguard here. Next turn, Imidane's Recruiter is a pretty good play. Also, we can hold on to the Recruiter because we'll be able to, if the Fawn's in play, use the Knight. It's a question of whether I want to try to play an early Goose Mother to seize an advantage or a late one, basically. I guess our plan A can just be aggro, honestly. And then our plan B will be, you know, play Goose Mother late. The way our hand looks, I think an aggro plan works out pretty well. Yeah, I think we just play the Recruiter here and swing. Hopefully we're done drawing lands, though. That's my hope. Yeah, that's not a land, so... Okay. Something gets flashed in here. Torch the Tower is pretty good against Vanguard, unfortunately. Yeah. They did that just to draw cards, but obviously that's well worth it. Another Torch? No. Just that. It does have Reach, which is obnoxious later. It's too bad Minecart Daredevil doesn't really do anything here. Yeah. Let it happen. And then we're going to play out the Daredevil as a 4/2. Probably play Goose Mother next turn. Not feeling awesome, though. Like, our opponent has so many cards from that Hatching Plans that... Also, trying to resolve Goose Mother when they aren't tapped out is kind of a bad idea against a blue-red deck. Yeah, I don't really think we're supposed to do it when they have this much mana up. So... I'm just going to attack with our Daredevil. Hopefully they're not splashing black for a discard spell, huh? Goodness. I'm going to have to try to resolve Goose Mother here, probably. But first I'm going to attack with Vanguard and Daredevil. They do have blue up because they have 2 treasures. So, so we're kind of in a bind. Okay, it looks like they might be about to spend their mana, though. Yep. Now they just have 1 blue up, so yeah. We're going to resolve our Goose Mother here. And it's not that likely they'll be able to kill her in a blue-green... I mean, in their deck, so... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have a player for 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she's lethal next turn. They do have a blocker, of course, but... They might be able to bounce her, but obviously in the long run, that's not so good. Yeah, they're in... Must find something to... I guess Beam Splitter Bolt, Bargained, might do it. Oh god, that's what they have. They just hovered over our Goose Mother. I don't like the looks of that. Okay. Alright, so they did go with bounce, which, you know, isn't bad in the short term, but we're going to have so much food in the long run that, you know, it's going to feel pretty good. They do have mana for counter magic right now, so I guess if that's their plan, we might be in trouble. So, I guess we attack with our Daredevil here. So if they have Spell Stutter here, I would have to pay 2. So I think we probably leave up 2. Obviously that means the Goose Mother's going to be a little smaller. But it also means we can sack food. Forget it. We're just gonna pay 6. No, I should probably play around Spell Stutter. Yeah. I mean, a 6/6 is still plenty big. I mean, the only thing is an 8/8 is really good right now because it's lethal on its own. So... I wonder if I should have played my Scoundrel and made this a 5/3. An 8/8 is also big enough to rumble with the Gatekeeper. Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna pay 6. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Doesn't look great. Okay. Good, good, good. No trample, unfortunately. This isn't a monster roll either, it's a wicked roll. The wicked roll will let us get back our 3/1 trampler. Okay. Yeah, we may... No, we want the wicked roll for sure because we get back a 3/1 trampler. There's no point in playing it in our first main phase, though. We get to draw, so we'll draw first. Yeah, let's draw our lands. Removal plus like a trick. There's like stuff here that could kill our Goose Mother, and it would be bad. Okay, no, they're just going for the desperation card draw. I like that. I like to see it. Alright, so let's play our Scoundrel. We'll put a Wicked Roll here. A 2/4 is more useful than a 2/2 for sure. Then we'll pay 2. Yeah, the rolls are fun to play with, I would say. We definitely block here. God, I wonder if they have monster roll here. That would be bad, but what would it do? It would hit me for 6. Yeah, I mean, I still have food, so I think I'm okay not going really hard on a block here. Monstrous Rage would be real bad. Luckily, it doesn't look like they have it. Hey, Lord Waffles. Glad you made it to the stream. Another Reach creature. That's fun. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it's... okay. They are making this harder. But they don't have the mana to... Okay, now they do. They can play the giant now if they want to, and they do. They do want to. Alright, I do think we sack 1 food here. Okay. Do I want to add another body to the board? I mean, there's something to be said for it. Just because 1/1s block these so well right now. But I'm also going to have a huge Goose Mother. So I'd probably leave Root Rider Fawn untapped. This is game 2 of the draft. Yeah, so I think we pay 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we pay 9. Maybe we just pay 8, though. Yeah, if I pay 8... Oh, whoops. They are making our life hard. Those giants really have helped them not die. I mean, hopefully it's just delaying the inevitable, but buying themselves as much time as they have, I mean, it's been pretty crucial. Yeah, double catapults could be a problem. I'm glad I have 8 food tokens, but, you know, those... that ain't nothing. That's for sure. Okay. Well, I'm going to play our Prism first, because maybe it... I mean, if we can just draw something to get rid of the giant, we win, so... That does not get rid of the giant. All right, Goose Mother. Time to kill another giant and draw us a card while you're at it, please. I guess I should have cast this first to thin out my deck a little more. So let's cast this. We'd probably get 1/1 in food at this point. They're in blue-red. They're not going to have a sweeper, so I think we just... go for it here with more bodies. So that just a reach creature isn't going to be enough anymore, you know? I guess if they have a bunch of spells here, they might be able to kill us. Probably, maybe I shouldn't have cast the trainee. Because they only need to cast, what, 4 spells? Uh-oh. Yeah, I may have made a mistake here. I may have made a mistake. Yeah, leaving up mana for food probably was the wise decision. Oh my god, they're gonna kill us. Well, I deserve to lose if that's the case. Yeah, they just need 2 more activations, so they need 2 cheap spells. Crap. All right. I think they got us. Mistakes were made. Counter their own. Oh, God. That was so dumb of me. Threw away a game we should have easily won just because I was like, I guess I'll just play everything in my hand. That was unwise. That was an unwise decision. Unwise. If we go 0-3 with this thing, it's going to be rough. Yeah, it was a fun game. It would have been more fun if I didn't throw it away at the end, I think, but it was fun. Yeah, now we're going to be given a bad hand to punish us. Okay, this is much better. I think I'll put back Skewer Slinger. We're in kind of an awkward situation here because I could put a Wicked Roll on this, and it's probably what I'm going to do anyway, but Red Tooth Genealogist could switch the roll out, which, you know, it'll do 1 to our opponent and give this ward in addition to a stats boost, which isn't, like, terrible, but yeah, I think it's still what we do. I mean, Rummaging isn't terrible, honestly. It's very hard to trade with this otter, even if I leave up mana for Monstrous Rage, but it might still be worth doing, because the next turn I can still Genealogist. Rummage isn't bad either right now, because we have so many lands. Yeah, let's Rummage. And we'll attack too. Man, I can't believe I threw that last game away. They had 2 catapults in play. What was I thinking? 2 catapults. I mean, if they're going to spend their turn activating Collector's Vault, I like our chances. Yeah, the treasure would have made sure we had Goose mana, I suppose. Yeah, I caught it after I spent all my mana, yeah. Okay, well, we can kill the otter. I like that. Yeah, so let's attack them. Then we'll kill the otter while they're tapped out. I could cast Brave the Wilds here and get an island. If I throw this away, I can also animate a land, which doesn't seem terrible on this board. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's a scary card. They have a lot of artifacts and food too, so Man. We have... If we had the right mana, we could just, like, one-shot him. 2, 4, 5. I mean, I guess we do. If we don't attack with our mountain, what would happen? We would get... This would become a 5, 7. Yeah, I mean, it would literally kill them in one swing. There's almost no way they take it, is the problem. So, I think we probably just attack with 3, 3, and 2, 3 here. No matter what, they have mana up, and that part isn't so good. Boy. I could try to just go for the kill here, but it is exceedingly dangerous. Oh, no, I can't, actually, because I tapped the... Yeah. Yeah. Hit them for 5. They do have food, too, so that complicates things. Hit them for 5 and play the Daredevil. Yeah, that's fine, I think. We can sneak lethal in relatively easily. Later. So, they are going to make Tough Cookie into like a 4-4. 5-5, actually. Maybe they'll make their 1-1 into a bigger creature. I don't know. Probably not. What we really want them to do here is just, like, tap out. So that we can attack without fear of anything. Okay. They only have 1 treasure. Drawing a mountain would be good, but I don't even think I need to draw a mountain. So yeah, attack with the 4-2 and the 2-3. Maybe I'm just supposed to attack with the 4-2, I guess. Animating that mountain doesn't feel... I mean, it was the only land I could animate when I cast it, but right now it's been kind of annoying that we did it that way. Alright, I guess we're just supposed to attack with the Daredevil, unfortunately. But... it's likely... there's a pretty good chance we just do lethal, so... You know, it's true with either of them, frankly. Yeah, let's attack with both of them. Okay. So, Monstrous Rage. I mean, it's enough. It's enough to just win. And they have 1 mana up, so they could have, like, Torch the Tower. I mean, they're not a red deck, but it's entirely possible. So, we're just going to Monstrous Rage plus 2-Headed Hunter here. All right, we won 1. Should have won more than 1, but I threw the other way around. Threw another one away. Hello, Cubics. Glad you had a 7-win draft. Our opponent did kind of what we did in our last game. I mean, it was less embarrassing for them because it wasn't... All the damage for me was basically on board, and I tapped out and didn't have mana to use food. And they also had way less mana than I did, so it's like a whole different thing. God, Prophetic Prism makes this kind of okay. Kind of. I think we probably keep it. There's a good chance we draw red and other fixing, and the prism makes it okay. We're going first, so it's not the worst hand in the world. Like, between the prism drawing us a card and giving us red mana, I think we'll probably be okay. I mean, I would love to just draw a mountain here, but hey, yep. So I think we'd play out our trainee then. Okay, Goose Mother. I don't think we... Like, they could have Torch the Tower with Crystal Grotto in place, so we don't do this just for damage. I think we probably just play it out as a 4-2. That might be what we want to do anyway, frankly. Especially with Monstrous Rage and Flick a Coin and stuff in our hand that could... Alright, or they'll just, like, let us do a bunch of damage. I like it. Let's play our Prism. Okay, so I think we sack this, animate a land here, and hit them for a bunch, because we'll get an island with this, so we don't really need it anymore. We want to go with the mountain again, because we have to pay green for the... Yeah. Looking pretty good. I mean, our opponent hasn't played a permanent that affects the board yet. That helps. Alright. So we just attack with everything. I mean, Monstrous Rage will virtually make this lethal. Depends how they block. Yeah. So... Yeah, we want to use it on one of the completely unblocked creatures. Oh. Oh no, my math is right. You know, it's delayed sometimes when it upgrades how big how big it is, and I'm like, wow, did I mess up on my math? I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if I did, but then it shows the additional boost, and I feel better. Yeah, Brave the Wilds is real nice. Here's another hand where it's going to be real nice. I suppose we're just going to grab a mountain. Yeah. We have the Prism if we really, really want to make sure we have other colors of mana and stuff. We'll just play out a Vanguard here. We're not ramping into anything right now. We're just beating down. Yeah, this is going to feel pretty good to play Genealogist here. Yeah, I gave Brave of the Wilds a C+ in the set review, and I think it's been that good. I mean, I think it's a really key card for a lot of green decks. That doesn't hurt my feelings too much. Interesting. So if I can get them to block, I can use Flick a Coin to kill this. But they're going to block... Well, I don't care. I guess if they block my Vanguard, I don't really care either. So, yeah, we'll just attack with both. Yeah, I'm okay with the trade. Especially because I can just go Vanguard. Root Rider Fawn. Alright. They're going to get their Fawn back. Yeah, that's less than ideal. I mean, I think offering up Red Tooth Vanguard here, letting it die, and then killing this with Flick a Coin is perfectly fine. Mostly because we know we're going to get the Vanguard back at some point. And if they just take 3, that's perfectly fine too, honestly. It's too bad I don't have like a straight up trick, because then that would be really devastating. But, you know, what are you going to do? Dragon Mantle, huh? Yep. So we'll play that next turn, get the Vanguard back. I could play it now, but I don't think it's worth doing. Yeah, the red 1-mana trick would have been completely absurd there. That is for sure. So... yeah, we'll put Dragon Mantle here. I could actually get back both of them and then play one of them. God, that might just be worth it. Yeah, that's probably just what we do. So they could double block. I could kill the Root Rider Fawn, which isn't a terrible idea when Stormkeld Vanguard's about to come down, but if they have a land, then they're going to be able to do it anyway. So, yeah, we'll just play a Vanguard here. And pass the turn. Yeah, that was like one red man. That was like Ancestral Recall, you know? Except, you know, we paid 5 in the end to draw 3. But it was close. It was close. We have drawn way... I mean, you know, it hasn't happened every game, but we've drawn a ton of lands for a 16-land deck. I can tell you that much. Play another Mountain. Play Red Tooth Vanguard. I'm kind of planning on blocking and just fire breathing to kill this. It's not a great plan, but I don't know what else we're supposed to do, so... I could also block with these, plus, like, Skewer Slinger. If they have a trick or something, no matter... Like, we get completely blown out if they have a trick, so... I guess I'm just taking 6 this turn, honestly, so... Let's just play out the Skewer Slinger. Okay. Or they don't attack me. That works. Minecart Daredevil, huh? What do you do for me right now? Not a lot. I could attack with Genealogist here, but they still have really good blocks. I think I'm just supposed to play out the Daredevil as a 4-2. As underwhelming as that is. We're basically waiting on, like, Imidane's Recruiter slash... Goose Mother to break this stalemate, I guess. -1/-1 adventure guy wouldn't be very good for us right here. Well, that's not good either. It's less bad, though, than -1/-1 to my whole board, that's for sure. Goodness. I mean, I deserve it after how I played in that one game. Like, you know, I can't complain too much for throwing a game away the way I did. But the games, like, we've had... Oh, God. Yeah, I think we're done. Not quite, but we're close. Oh, my goodness. Unnatural growth. Yep. Bad beats. Yeah, I mean, I definitely had, like... 2 of my losses were just, like, miserable in terms of lands. And the other one was me throwing a game away. So, you know, that is how it is. I mean, I can technically survive here, but I don't know what the point is. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, won't we? Yeah, none of those blocks are good. Yeah, we'll just take 14. If I'm just going to take 14, I think I'm just... Oh, that's why. Yeah. I think they're like, why aren't you scooping? Yeah. Now I will. God. I mean, I deserve the bad luck, again, you know, for how I played in one game, but every time I've turned on the stream, my drafts haven't gone well lately. Whether it's my fault or not, but this deck was certainly capable of better than we played. It wasn't a perfect deck. I mean, it was powerful, but it is a little awkward how it's split between being aggressive and then also, like, goose mothering people, but I think that's fine in this format, honestly. So